Let's bring our palms together at the center of our heart. Close your eyes softly and sit down into those hips. So feel that your hips are nice and heavy. And from your hips, now bring your awareness into your feet. If possible, in case you're sitting cross-legged, uncross your legs so both feet are on the floor. And let's take a very big inhale from the earth. So feel from your feet and your toes and breathe in all the way up to the crown of your head. And then from the crown of your head, as you exhale, draw the breath. Imagine it's drawing all the way down towards your feet. Press your feet into the ground. On an inhale, lift the breath up your body. Feel the energy rise to the crown of your head. And then as you exhale from the crown of your head down towards your feet, let's do this one more time. On an inhale, push down into the earth as you lift up through the crown of your head to the sky. And exhale very slowly. Open up your eyes, release your hands, and welcome back to Astro Yoga Chat. I'm Kate.
And I'm Natalie. Hello. Yes, I have a barking dog right now. So I hope he's gonna calm down. But actually, Elvis, it's what we're talking about today, finding balance.
Yeah, you never know when things are gonna shift.
I'm gonna get my dog.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. You never know when things are gonna shift and how you were just in balance, just completely meditating and happy, and then all of a sudden something happens. Oh, Elvis.
Yes. So actually, we're not just only talking about balance, but we're talking about the sign of Libra. And they say in Western astrology, it's the sign of balance, of art, beauty, justice, judge. But in evolutionary astrology, it's very interesting. They say Libra has no balance and they go through extreme situations in life in order to learn, in order to find balance. And I think that is really interesting. And I think also a good topic to tie it in with yoga, because we also do a lot of balance poses, right?
Yep, yep. A lot of balance that affects, your or works with your physical body, your core, your stability, the muscles in your body, obviously. But I think a lot of the balance poses in yoga really work with your mind. Look how frustrated people will get when they're in a yoga posture and they can't find their balance. Watch just how quickly the jaws will tense up, the frustration of not being able to do, like lifting up a leg in a tree pose or holding it. Everyone gets very serious during the balancing postures. And something to remember is that when you are looking for balance in a yoga pose, you're not looking for statue, because you're looking for like movement in that shape. You're looking for, hey, you might need to lean a little bit over to the right, a little bit over to the left, find some place right into your center at that moment of time.
Yes. So actually, what I always say in class is like, having balance is constantly having to find balance. It's rocky, you have to find it. Every second of it, your body has to adjust to it. And also very interestingly, like in the pandemic when I didn't teach so much yoga, or I didn't teach yoga at all, I was just doing acting. When I started teaching yoga, all of a sudden, like I had the best balance because I was a dancer too. I was like, whoo, all of a sudden that stuff is difficult. So it's like with everything, if you don't meditate on a regular basis, if you don't do your yoga on a regular basis, you cannot expect, to have balance, and not just, balance in the body, but also balance in the mind, in your soul, because it's constant, looking for balance and training balance and breathing in balance, and yeah, going through the situations that are not balanced.
And you never know like when these situations will come up, and in different yoga movements and postures your breath will change. And so let's say your inhales become much more expressive or than your exhales, and feeling that balance of your inhales and exhales make your brain waves, they slow down, they calm down. It's like you go into this like different state. It's not just balance of, what you see on the outside, it's the balance of what you feel on the inside. So balancing out like your hormones and balancing out your nervous system, you know, and from 1 second to the next, your balance can get thrown off.
And
Yeah.
it's like also like balance, also like sleep, right? Like if there's something happening during the day, it's so hard to find a balance of calming down in order to be able to sleep. So your sleep is always like an indication, am I balanced enough to close my eyes and just drift off, or am I at a state that is not in balance? There's a
Mhm.
nice quote. I when I thought about the topic, the movie Eat, Pray, Love came to my mind. And there is a moment in the very end of the movie where she comes back to her teacher in Bali and he asks her, "Are you still happy in love?" And she's like, "No, I ended it. I couldn't keep my balance." And he says, "Liz, well, sometimes to lose balance for love is part of living a balanced life." So it's also what he says. It's not a moment, it's not an end product that will stay forever, but you go in and out of balance. And balance is very interesting because in astrology it's the only sign that is not like a human being or an animal. It's a
Hmm.
get, right? It's the scales. So,
Mm.
I mean, what do scales do? It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. Maybe it finds like this. And then if something's
Moment.
happening, boom, 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 boom,
Yep.
boom.
For a moment. Yeah, you can find your balance for a moment. Those are like actually when I find my balance in anything, whether it's physical in a yoga class, find my balance in life. When you find that balance for a moment and you feel that like connection, it's like you're grounded to the earth, you're lifted up to the sky, like you got both energies flowing through you. In yoga, we call these the gunas. And we talk about rajasic energy, which is more up here and movement, tamasic energy, which is more down here, which is like a bit more like
And
it's like
heavy.
it's heavy. In yoga philosophy, we might even call it more ignorant, it's like stuff. And you find this balance of sattvic energy. And when you do find it, it's almost like the pathway is clear open and you say, oh, that's lovely. I like this. This feels effortless. Like I can be in this place. You
But
know,
the interesting thing about the gunas is also that, like everything that belongs to nature, so everything that is changing is constantly changing. So also with the gunas, it's not, oh, I reached sattvic, I'm balanced. No, everything that is alive is constantly changing,
yeah.
unless the only thing that's not changing is God or the universe or the divine, whatever you want to call it. That's not changing. But we here in the 3D, everything that's alive is always fluctuating.
Yeah. The only thing constant in life is change, right? So if things are always changing, then where you found balance at one point in your life is very, you might have to take different steps in order to feel your balance at another point of even the same day.
And it's like we all experience, like, I mean, we've been practicing and teaching yoga for so long. It's like when you're in really a crisis in your life where everything is a mess and you're unhappy and nothing is working out. I mean, the yoga mat is our savior, right? Like those moments where you calm down and you try to find your balance and you tune in with yourself. It's life saving in those moments.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's a safe place for you to experience the fluctuations of life. And then through the practice of breath and movement and energy and awareness, you recognize it's like you're creating space for yourself and it's even hormonal or even just brain waves. You do find from the deepening of your breath, your body automatically will find itself in more of a balanced state. And once you're in a balanced state, then you feel secure and cool. And I'm not even gonna use the word happy because it's like not those kind of emotions. It's more like you're grounded. There's something about that moment where you're 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 present,
Yes.
right? You can't be balanced in the future because you don't know what's going to happen. And you can pinpoint aspects of your past where you were balanced, but it's in the present where you experience it. Yeah. Elvis,
Oh, Elvis. Well,
sweetheart.
so do we have some homework, Kate, as for balance?
Yeah, I would say, it's an interesting opportunity for you to look at your way, look at your life currently and think if there's anything that you feel is off balance right now. Maybe it's with your emotions, maybe it's with, your, I don't know, habits or something, and look at where something that you feel could use a bit more balance because it's a little too, whether it's chaotic or too dull. How do you get yourself someplace in the middle, For example, if you eat too much, it's not good for your body. If you don't eat enough, it's not good for your body. There's a balance. If so when you look at things like that, so you can just say, where in my life right now am I tipping more on this side and that side, and where can I find some balance? That's the homework that I say.
Good. And Elvis also has to find his balance now.
Sounds good. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.